The largest trade in NBA history did not involve many superstars, but it did involve enough players to fill a whole NBA roster.
Taylor about the fucking flex.
On August 2nd, 2005, the largest trade in NBA history went down, involving 5 teams, 13 players, and 2 draft picks. The previous largest trade happened 5 years before and involved 4 teams and 12 players. In the NBA, individual teams must carry a minimum of 13 players. That means this trade involved enough players to fill a whole roster. The largest trade involved the Miami Heat, Boston Celtics, New Orleans Hornets, Utah Jazz, and Memphis Grizzlies. The Memphis Grizzlies only received Eddie Jones after sending out 5 of their own players. The New Orleans Hornets received Rajul Butler and Kirk Snyder. The Utah Jazz acquired Greg Ostertag. Now, the Boston Celtics and Miami Heat were the main parts of this trade. The Celtics acquired Quintel Woods, Curtis Borchardt, Raul Lopez, draft rights to Albert Morales, and 2 second-round picks. Albert Morales never even played a game in the NBA. Raul Lopez, Quintel Woods, and Curtis Borchardt never even played a game for the Celtics. And the Celtics even ended up trading away the draft picks that they had received. The trade was a huge head-scratcher for Boston Celtics fans, as one of their stars, Antoine Walker, was traded away for basically nothing. Danny Ainge was taking lots of heat for this trade, but he responded by basically saying he freed up cap space and playing time for their younger players. The Celtics clearly went into rebuild mode after this trade, winning 33 games the next year and 24 the year after that. Ainge was taking a whole lot of heat from Celtics fans everywhere, and didn't change that until in the 2007 offseason, he traded Jeff Green for Ray Allen and signed Kevin Garnett. This created a big three between Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, and Kevin Garnett, which led to a 2008 NBA championship. If this never happened, Ainge could have been fired. The Miami Heat probably gained the most out of this trade, receiving Antoine Walker, Jason Williams, James Posey, Andre Emmett, and draft rights to Roberto Duenas. Andre Emmett and Roberto Duenas never played a game for the Miami Heat, but the Miami Heat did acquire 3 very important pieces that were added to his championship contending roster in Walker, Williams, and Posey. Antoine Walker was one of the most versatile players in the NBA at that time, was a 3-time All-Star, and had averaged 19.1 points, 9.0 rebounds, 3.4 assists, and 1.2 steals per game in the year before. Those are very good stats to be added to a championship contending roster for almost nothing. Jason Williams, or more famously known as White Chocolate, was the perfect playmaking point guard for this roster. He was able to make passes and see things that would make a normal NBA fan scratch their head. He was also a very capable scorer, which helped a lot during their playoff run. The last piece of this trade, James Posey, was the perfect player to come right off the bench and complement the Heat's starting 5. He was a very good defensive player, slasher, and coming off the bench, gave the Heat a huge boost on the defensive end during their playoff run. This trade ultimately led the Miami Heat to being 2006 NBA champions, with these 3 players playing huge roles for the team. The Miami Heat simply played everyone else in this trade. They were probably the only winners in this trade en route to their first championship. I do have one question though. If the Heat never made this trade, would they have still won the championship? Or do they have to thank the other 4 teams in this trade for their first championship? I want to know what you guys think about that. I'll have a little poll that I always leave in pretty much every one of my videos, and I want to know what you guys have to say in the comment section. But that was the largest trade in NBA history, which included 13 players. And that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe if you did. As always, I'll catch you guys next time.